Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, September 5. More Jamaicans are finding jobs through the state's Overseas Employment Program. For the April to June 2018 period, 7,194 Jamaicans got jobs. That's a 5.6% increase over the corresponding period last year.
Since July 2018, 1,295 additional individuals have been recruited, of which about 100 have already been placed on farms in the United States of America and continue to be placed. Based on my recent visit with the U.S. Departments of Labor and Homeland Security, we also expect new employers to come on board, possibly yielding 200 more new recruits. As we accelerate marketing strategies for the program, opportunities in the U.S. care and construction industries are being discussed.
Labor and Social Security Minister Shahini Robinson was speaking Tuesday at a quarterly press briefing. She said the ministry would also be rolling out a comprehensive public education campaign later this month to address recent incidents of employment scams.
We will pay special attention to rural communities which are particularly susceptible to these nefarious activities. This will be accompanied by ramping up our synergies with the security forces in an increased effort to eradicate this scourge.
The Ministry of Health has ramped up its mosquito control activities in anticipation of an increase in mosquito-borne diseases during the rainy season. Among the activities are fogging, destruction of breeding sites, home inspections, and the rollout of a public education campaign. These measures follow the confirmation of a dengue hemorrhagic fever-related death in Trelawney in late August. Dengue fever is a mosquito-borne disease that is usually a mild illness in which a person may get a fever, headache, joint, and muscle pains. Rest, adequate hydration, and paracetamol are usually enough to see one through the period of illness. Dengue hemorrhagic fever, however, is a rare complication which results in internal bleeding and bleeding under the skin, which can lead to death. Immediate medical attention should be sought once an infected person begins to vomit, have severe abdominal pain, feel very weak, or gets confused. Members of the public are being encouraged to minimize their exposure to mosquito-borne diseases by monitoring their surroundings for potential mosquito breeding sites, wearing protective clothing, and using mosquito repellent with DEET. Education Minister Senator Ruel Reid says the state is prepared to offer full scholarships to young people involved in criminal activities as part of its intervention for unattached youth. Senator Reid says his ministry will be working with members of Parliament and the Ministry of National Security to give young people training opportunities.
And so I call upon all the shutters, therefore, who are ready to go back to school, let us know from the Ministry of Education. Talk to your pastor, talk to the leaders in your community, and we're prepared to assist you to place you at any of our public universities, whether the Caribbean Maritime University, University of Technology, or the University of West Indies.
The minister was speaking during a back-to-school readiness tour at Tarrant Primary on Tuesday. He called on youngsters to reach out to the government for assistance.
Write to us at the ministry through the regional offices. But we'll be very happy. Work with your member of parliament and let them bring information to us.
In addition to touring Tarrant Primary, Minister Reid also paid visits to Wilmers Boys High, as well as Excelsior and Jesse Ripoll Primary Schools this week. Nominations for the 2018 Prime Minister's National Youth Awards for Excellence will open on September 6 and run until October 5. This year's awards will focus on nation builders and youth leaders. As he disclosed at the opening of this year's awards, the State Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Floyd Green, urged applicants to submit their nominations early.
We know that a number of our young people are shining right across Jamaica, and we're saying to Jamaica, nominate our youth. Put them out there, let us get the applications so we can vet and see who are qualified to be awarded.
Application forms can be retrieved from moey.gov.jm or youthjamaica.com. The Prime Minister's National Youth Awards for Excellence was introduced in 1998 to recognize young Jamaicans who have excelled and contributed to national development. And finally, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is now in Barbados for the 9th Prime Ministerial Subcommittee on the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME. Mr. Holness, who is chairman of the regional grouping, is expected to discuss issues affecting the implementation of the CSME. The subcommittee meeting follows July's Conference of the Heads of Government of CARICOM regular meeting. Prime Minister Holness returns to the island on Thursday. During his absence, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang is in charge of the government. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.